Hey, what's up? I'm Ellie and welcome back to my channel. A 24-hour reading-a-thon that Vanessa and Amanda and I are going to do is happening in probably around 30 some hours at this point, but I wanted to do a TBR while I was still looking not a hot mess, so that is what I'm gonna do. I have a few options. The problem is if I keep giving myself options, I won't be able to choose once it comes to the 24-hour reading. I have to keep it really simple. I have to be like, these are the books that I want to get to, and I have to be realistic about it, you know? I really want to complete 3 things. Let's go ahead and get into my TBR for it. Now, this stack here is quite ambitious, and I know that. So Time of Our Lives actually comes out on the day that the 24-hour reading-a-thon is happening. I am hoping to find an audiobook of this because I have been loving contemporary audiobooks lately. So I would really like to have something to listen to, like when I'm doing walks and stuff. So I'm gonna need something to listen to for certain parts of the day. So I would really like to see if the audiobook is available on the day it's released. This is about a boy who decides he is going to attend college close to home so he can take care of his mother, who has early onset Alzheimer's. And then it also follows a girl who cannot wait to get out of the house and go to college. And I believe this is about them meeting, essentially, through college and the struggles that they have and the differences that they have. I'm very excited about this. I have loved their other stuff, so. And I feel like I always have to have a graphic novel, especially because they help break up the kind of, the burnout that I might feel. So I do have 2 choices here. I have Kim Reaper, which is, I believe, a female romance graphic novel about Kim Reaper, the Grim Reaper. And the other one is Welcome to Wonderland. It's about a girl who's obsessed with an amusement park and then one day wakes up and finds out that it's like a real world. I have some arcs. I want to finish at least 2 of these. I'd be really happy to finish 3. I'm mostly excited about Catherine House. This is about a kind of house that you have to dedicate 3 years of your life to, essentially, but you'll come out very successful. The problem is that you can't have any communication or anything during these 3 years besides anyone in the house. And this is about a girl who goes and finds out that there is a lot of dark stuff in Catherine House, and I think there's a murder involved. It says on here that it's being adapted for TV, I think. Yeah, currently in development for television. So, but this is most interests me. It also sounds a lot like Roses and Rot, which is one of my favorites. So, and I have these 3. So, Girl Serpent Thorn is one of my most anticipated releases from the same author who did Girls Made of Snow and Glass. Very different, unique, fantastic, amazing, spectacular. No. Has just such unique and vivid fantasy storybook kind of retellings. So very excited about this. Her touch is poisonous and there's like a demon in their basement and there is a boy who looks at her without fear, and of course she has to decide if she's going to become a demon herself or not. That's the intriguing. Everyone just stop messaging me. I've never had anyone want to talk to me ever before in my life. So then we also have the Paris Hours, and this is about 5 different people, and it follows one day of events and how their lives interconnect. And then the other one is the Book of V, and this is about 3 different women over 3 different time periods. So we have all the different roles of women throughout time, and it just sounds really empowering. That's my TBR for the 24 hours. I'm vlogging Ellie. Take over. T-minus 10 minutes until the first photo challenge goes up and I start reading. However, I need a shower and I gotta do laundry. But I did find, I was super excited because I wasn't too sure. Time of Our Lives, the audiobook is on Hoopla. So I am going to check that out. And I am going to listen to that while I am in the shower. So that's how I'm going to start my day. And we'll see how it goes from there. Because then I got to do my dailies on the Animal Crossing. So, yeah. Yeah.
Take a sip, you gon' trip. I'm like a cup of shroom tea.
Okie dokie, is this recording? Yes it is. So I have started Time of Our Lives, and right off the bat I'm slightly concerned because, you know, I go into these assuming that the two characters are going to have a romantic relationship at some point, and of course one of them is already currently in a relationship, which always makes me nervous. So I mean, going into college, I guess it's realistic. The thing is with this plotline is that you either know that the current boyfriend is going to be an asshole in some regard, and then or you know that someone's going, you know, it's a fine line of cheating in my opinion, because maybe she gets to know this guy a little bit more, and then there's some more emotional cheating. I don't know what make him nervous. We'll see. So right now, you know, okay, getting into it, nothing to report. But the next photo challenge is, I think, book and breakfast. Look, I made up these challenges and I don't even fucking know. We would have avocado toast, but I can't go to the market and get avocados right now, so not risking it for the biscuit. Okay, so I'm realizing pretty quickly that if I want to post photos with the photo prompts, I need to get them done. I haven't really shown my progress for any of them so far. My process, not my progress. Just because they've just been thrown together. So I had originally wanted to do my TBR over here, but the lighting behind it just looked absolutely terrible. I know your name. You know your name, Franco-Roni. So, ooh, the lighting in here just got magnificent. So I need to look at the other prompts, see what I can do. I'm probably not going to do the snack one till later because I plan on doing the TikTok coffee. Yeah. The Animal Crossing thing for a non-bookish hobby and do that now. I'm so undecided because what are my other hobbies? Do I even have drinking? Okay, so the next one is a cozy reading spot. And originally I took a picture of my couch, but like my couch ain't cute. And then the one after that is sunshine, and then we have bookmark. And I think I'm going to take all of these out in the catio. So let me just find a bookmark to use. I think I'm going to use the one that Amanda gave me. So yeah, feels very fitting since we're doing this together. So I am going to go out there, and I should probably take a book that I'm reading with me. What do I do with those? Let's do this one. Why not? Why not? Okay, we'll just do these.
Take a sip, you gon' trip. I'm like a cup of shroom tea in the morning.
Wow. So I have the first like 4 done. I think that's good for now. I'll take a break. I'll actually read. I have been listening to the audiobook, so I'm going to do that while I play Animal Crossing. And then, yeah, I might take a break from the audiobook after that to physically read something. So, I don't know why I just said that was disgusting. I'm sorry that you had to.
Of real, like a developing photograph. But my first on-campus information, the number of graduates in government and in science, the well-regarded journalism program. The information flows comfortingly over me. This is exactly where I want to be right now. Even if I'm increasingly conscious of the smell of espresso wafting up from under my...
Okay, it is about 11 o'clock. About to post the 4th, 5th. Ooh! Already? What? What? The 5th photo? I am halfway through, like officially halfway through the audiobook, and not loving it. I'm not loving it. I think it's just that weird relationship component, and yeah, I'm not liking that, especially because the one character is mad. about like prospects of cheating, and then they're flirting, and she has a boyfriend. So I'm not, the writing is good as always though. It's just I'm not super sold on this prospect of the story. I'm probably gonna wait another hour. I'm gonna sit down and I think try to physically read. I'm gonna try to find a nice ambience to listen to. Catherine House. So I think that this is going to be the one that I go with. Actually, since I'm gonna just do an hour Reaper, let's do that. Yeah. And then it'll be lunchtime, and then I'll make the coffee. Why do I keep doing that? That's so gross. I hate myself. I'm sitting here listening to thunder ASMR, and next thing I know, the house is kind of rumbling, and I was like, that's kind of weirdly realistic, and it's actually thundering here, and I just had no idea because I've been listening to thunder ASMR. Wow, it got gloomy quick. Oh, I love when it rains for real. It's so nice. Anyway, I just finished Kim Reaper, and it was okay. It was fun. Probably gonna give it 3 stars. Nothing fantastic. And it's about noon. I'm still drinking hot coffee, but I really want to try the TikTok coffee, but maybe I'll wait a little bit later. I was gonna do that at noon. I'm not hungry yet either, so advantage of this rainy time. Aren't I? We're gonna take advantage of this rainy time. Look at the little butt. Look at the little butt. Oh, I love the little girl. So I'm gonna take advantage of this nice, beautiful, aesthetic ambience that is naturally occurring. And I'm gonna read. Are you snoozy? You a snoozy baby too? Got that whole bed to yourself? You just follow me everywhere. Just follow me everywhere. Okay, so it's about 1 o'clock now, and we're 6 hours in. Crazy to think, where's the time gone? And I've started Catherine House. It's weird. It's a little weird. The main character is very distant, and it's very reminiscent of 9th House, honestly, because she's like very cold, doesn't really give a shit, and you know something has happened in her past, and she's running from it, and this house has created this escape for her. So, getting some 9th House vibes, but it's weird because it's also got that boarding school aspect. The sticker came off so nice. Oh, that was so nice. But it's lunchtime, so I'm actually going to eat a salad. And then I'm probably going to make that TikTok coffee, and I might go for WALK. Okay, what in the hell? We just got back from our walk. Surprised she didn't come running back. Unfortunately, my headphones would not play my audiobook. I don't know what the heck was going on. But I did call my mom and talk to my mom on the walk, so you know, gotta keep up with your family. As you guys may have seen, I recently tweeted about a family member having tested positive, and it has spread to at least one other family member, so, but the original person is getting better. So, yes, hopeful wishing on that.
I love on you and then I leave you lonely. You want to get to know me. I'd agree in exchange for your soul, please, baby. You taste like maybe, baby.
No.
Good enough.
The syllable is a relief. I don't know how.
Let me try to show you.
It's there. I'm gonna take a sip without stirring it first. Oh god, this just looks terrible. That was mostly just milk with like a hint of coffee. Let's give her a stir. I don't know. I don't think I like it. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I mean, maybe it's because I put the whipped stuff on the bottom, but it just kind of tastes like a really, really weak latte. Like, really weak. Is this because I didn't use 2 tablespoons? Okay, let's get back to reading. So, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through Time of Our Lives. And, still not loving it. I think it's just got a lot of components that I personally don't enjoy. A little bit of a road trip. It's kind of a little insta-lovey. It's got that already pre-established boyfriend thing going on. So, just some things that I don't like. Here's the thing though, if I was going into college, I think I would enjoy this book because it's kind of a little bit of a discussion between like what is college going to be like, and what are you expecting from college, and are you going to go there to party, or are you going to go far away to get away from your family, or the benefits of staying with your family, things like that. So I think it addresses a lot of questions that going into college kids have. Definitely been their more serious book today. All their other ones are very lighthearted. I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna go back to Catherine House for now. God. Oh my god, it's so cute. He's so cute. I'm dying. It's just so cute. I'm dying. I don't want to disturb him. Anyway, it's about 4 o'clock. I'm about halfway through Catherine House, and it is wild, my friends. Still very ninth housey, similarities, oh dear Jesus, happening, but yeah, it reminds me of People Like Us a little bit, mixed with ninth house, mixed with Roses and Rot. So a lot of books that I enjoy, but I don't know if I'm enjoying it. Like, it's just weird. It feels almost lifeless. Can a book feel lifeless? Like, it's all this weird stuff, but it just kind of feels flat right now. So anyway, I think I'm going to try to finish Time of Our Lives because I want to make some brownies. I have some chocolate chunk brownies, and I think I'm going to make some. It's 7:30-ish. I just finished Time of Our Lives. I had to switch over to my computer. My phone battery was just being stupid. And I was doing some work. I had some work stuff I had to get done on the computer, and then I was filling out my spreadsheet and stuff like that. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, which is really upsetting because I love all their other stuff, and like the writing is good. There were some interesting choices made, you know? And I feel like it brought up so many good things, and it was realistic, and I get that, and it talked about some hard topics, but I think the one thing I have noticed is that they come across these hard topics and they never delve into them. And like, there's been a mental health issues mentioned in some of their other books, and they just kind of mention them, and nothing is really done with them beyond that point. And I felt like this again kind of fell into that. I didn't mind it before, but this time I felt like it was such a bigger part of the plot that something needed to happen more so with it. I guess it's addressed, but it just wasn't addressed, I guess, how I was expecting it to go, in that, like, a conclusion was made pretty quickly, I feel like. Like the ending of this, I thought it was very realistic, but I just thought that there was just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because there was things that I personally don't like in books that were in this, so going into it, the formula of it does not equal something that I would normally like. So it doesn't matter how great the authors are or how great the writing is if it's things that I have found that I don't really like. So I think that fault is with me. I think that this could be a really good book for a lot of young adults going into college and the questions that it raises and things like that. But it just wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't there for me. I hate to say it, I'm giving it 3 stars because I still think it was overall like an enjoyable story. It just wasn't for me. So now I'm getting back into Catherine's house. I am halfway through, so hopefully I can just sit down and read that. I think me and my friends are doing an online trivia tonight. So at some point I might have to take a break and go do that. I can't believe we are nearing the 12-hour mark. So we are nearing the, halfway mark here. And I have only finished really one thing. I'm gonna have me some wine. Oh, Frankaroni. That's, we'll just top her off later. Poor person, lazy person tip. Just make a mass thing of burritos. We do a big thing of rice, and then we get some pinto beans. I guess, is that right? I don't know. Brian gets the beans. And then we do ground turkey. We just make a big batch of all that stuff, and then we put them in burritos. And when you wrap them and put them in aluminum foil and put them in the freezer, they stay in that shape. So really nice, really convenient. I normally pop mine in the microwave and then I put it on the stove top for a few minutes to make it a little crispy. But they're super easy to make, and you can make a lot of them pretty cheap. So
does that make sense? So if the question is worth 100 and you get it wrong, you lose 100.
Can I go negative?
Oh,
yes.
I didn't realize that was on there.
I'll take porn stars for 1,000, please.
Sure you want to go head-to-head in that one?
The Hustle was a 2019 film.
Okay, it is 9:30. Just finished trivia in which I answered one thing correctly. It was fun. It was something different. So now I'm gonna go back to reading. So it's about 12:15 and I just finished Catherine House, and I don't even know what to say about this book. It was wild. It was really weird. I kind of loved it. I went into this beginning, I started this and I was like it's feeling, just kind of bland, no personality, and next thing I know I'm hooked and I'm just like, what is going on here? What's happening? I understand now, I get it. And I was all caught up in the workings of things. It was good. It was good. And now it's got my mind going, and I'm all philosophical thinking now, and just there was just one aspect that I just wish we would have gotten into. And basically this girl, very cold, very distant, this whole book, and there is essentially a character who makes her feel something, and that is the first time we really see her feeling something different and kind of leaning into this less cold personality, a much less indifferent personality, and then something happens with this character and I felt like there just should have been more of an emotional reaction to this thing, especially because this was the first thing that has made her feel something throughout the story, and then there's no like discussion into it. It's briefly mentioned, just kind of her thoughts, but it doesn't go into like her feelings about it, and I just wish there would have been more of that. I can't imagine this being a television show. I could see it being a movie for sure, but I have a hard time picturing it as a television show because there's just not that much substance to make a television. I don't know how to describe it. Like, a lot of it is like friends essentially getting drunk and hanging out. And I just don't see how they can really fill up a TV show with that. I mean, obviously there's a lot of dark underlying things, there's secrets, there's these philosophical and scientifical things going on as well, but they're all very underlining. And there are 3 other arcs over there that I want to read at least one more. I only read 2 books. It feels like such a disappointment. I don't read as quick as I used to. Like, not even close. I feel like I used to be able to read a 300-page book in less than 3 hours, and this just took me like all day, and it's 300 pages. Like, I don't... What happened? What happened to me? I think it's just because I take my time now, where I used to like speed read. And now I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna reread this passage because I can. I do a lot of this. Like, this is what I'll be reading something and I just like, I have to picture it perfectly, and I'll just stop and like stare off and try to picture it. Or I will like reread a segment and I will stop and think about it. I don't know if anyone else does that because I didn't used to. This is like a new thing for me. Alright. Okay, so I ended up going to bed not long after. I was like, I'm gonna keep going. It was about 2 o'clock actually. So I went to start the Paris Hours because it's just so much different and it's short, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and start that. Couldn't get into it, so then I was looking online to find an audiobook, and I couldn't really find an audiobook I was feeling, and I just couldn't stop thinking about Catherine House. And then I had to message my friend about it, and I was like, oh my god, this book, like, you need to read it when it comes, like. Then I went and I was like, you know, I'm not going to be able to read anything because I apparently just can't focus on anything else besides this book. So I went in bed and laid for like another hour and a half thinking about it. So, yeah, I got 3 things finished. So I read Kim Reaper, the graphic novel, and I'm giving this a 3 stars. It was okay. At Time of Our Lives, and I think I'm giving this a 3 stars as well. Just so sad. I mean, that's still a good rating, but just not what I was expecting to give it. And then the last thing I read was Catherine House, and I think I'm giving this a 4.5. I can't stop thinking about it. Like, I want to read everything like this. My friend was like, that sounds a lot like Never Let Me Go or something along the lines of that, and I looked it up and I was like, it does, so now I need to read that too. Maybe I can find an audio of that. Pretty decent 24-hour reading. I really expected to get at least one other thing done, but I mean, I did end up going to sleep with like another 6 hours to go, so I probably could have finished something in that 6 hours, but it's whatever. So yeah, that is the end of the 24-hour journey. No one ever tells you just how hard it is to read for 24 hours. It takes a lot of willpower and it's kind of exhausting. Like, to be focusing your mind on something for that many hours straight is kind of hard, especially like if you are not taking any type of breaks. I did take some breaks, but I mean, they were kind of unplanned, and I don't know, like, I think I just would have been burnt out and unenjoyed anything after that point, so I don't know. Will I be doing this again? Probably not. I was gonna do a live read-in and it just didn't happen. I just kept forgetting, and then I would look at the clock and be like, well, I can't do it now. And then I'd be like, okay, I'll do it at this time. And then once that time rolled around, I was like, well, I can't do it now. Like, I don't know. It just didn't work. So, yeah, that was my experience. Let me know if you've done a 24-hour reading challenge and how it's gone for you in the past. Yeah, I hope that you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future vlogs from me. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!